David Blaine is a famous American artist known for pushing his body and mind to the absolute limit. He's been buried alive, frozen in ice, and always seeks to test human endurance. In 2006, he attempted one of his most dangerous challenges, living underwater for 7 days and nights. The stunt, called Drowned Alive, would test his strength, courage, and willpower. Millions watched as Blaine floated in a giant water sphere in the heart of New York City. He wasn't just performing a trick, he was exploring the boundaries of human survival. This story reveals how Blaine survived inside a water-filled sphere, the problems he faced, and the intense training behind the feat. We'll also look at the dramatic finale, where he tried to break a world record. More than a stunt, this was a testament to human determination. Blaine wanted to show the power of the mind over the body and inspire others to push past their own limits. His journey is a fascinating tale of survival in an environment not meant for humans. We'll break down the risks, pain, and focus required for this challenge. If you're inspired by stories of endurance, keep watching. The stunt took place at Lincoln Center's Josie Robertson Plaza in New York City. A massive, clear acrylic sphere, 8 feet wide, became Blaine's home for a week. Filled with water, the sphere was a life support system and a public stage. Thousands of people could walk up and watch him float inside day and night. Blaine wasn't hidden away, he endured this ordeal in full view, making the city's energy part of his experience. Inside, he was suspended in water, unable to stand or lie down normally. The water temperature was carefully controlled to prevent hypothermia. Though surrounded by crowds, he was isolated in his watery prison. He could see the world outside but couldn't touch or hear it clearly. The contrast between the city's motion and his stillness was striking. New York, his hometown, was the perfect backdrop for this public test of endurance. The sphere became a symbol of one man's battle against a hostile environment. It was a silent struggle in the heart of civilization. Surviving underwater for a week required meticulous planning. Blaine's nutrition came through a tube, liquid meals designed by doctors to keep him alive. He breathed through a special apparatus connected to an air supply, so he didn't have to hold his breath the entire time. Another tube handled waste elimination. These lifelines connected him to the outside world, but managing them was a constant challenge. Any tangle or blockage could be dangerous. A team of doctors monitored his vital signs around the clock, ready to intervene if needed. Blaine wore weights to help him stay submerged, but he was never truly at rest. He had to be aware of his position and equipment at all times. Deep sleep was impossible. Every moment was a conscious effort to survive. The technology and expert team were essential to his survival. Life in the sphere was stripped to the basics: breathing, nutrition, and endurance. It was a relentless test of focus and willpower. The physical toll of living underwater was brutal. Blaine's skin became soft, white, and wrinkled. Macerations set in, leading to painful sores and a risk of infection. His body was breaking down from constant water exposure. Doctors worried about his liver and kidneys, which showed signs of damage from the stress and liquid diet. He suffered nerve pain, pins and needles, and constant discomfort. Sleep deprivation led to hallucinations and mental stress. Every hour increased the risks to his health. The medical team urged him to stop, warning of permanent damage, but Blaine refused, determined to finish the stunt. His mental toughness was extraordinary, but the price was high. He endured pain, exhaustion, and the threat of lasting harm. The week was a continuous battle between mind and body. Blaine's ordeal showed just how far a person can push themselves. The cost of survival was enormous. Blaine's preparation was as intense as the stunt itself. He trained with freedivers to master breath control and increase lung capacity. Special techniques helped him slow his heart rate and conserve oxygen. He lost 50 pounds to make his body more efficient for breath holding. This transformation required a strict diet and relentless exercise. Blaine also trained his mind, practicing meditation to handle isolation and fear. He learned to stay calm in stressful, claustrophobic conditions. Mental strength was as crucial as physical fitness. He spent hours in pools, simulating the stunt and testing equipment. His medical team tracked his health and prepared for emergencies. Every detail was planned and rehearsed. This thorough preparation was the foundation of his survival. Blaine's commitment to training made the impossible possible. After 7 days underwater, Blaine aimed to break the world record for static apnea, holding his breath for over 9 minutes. The record stood at 8 minutes, 58 seconds. On the final day, divers removed his chains and prepared him for the attempt. The world watched as he took his last breaths and signaled he was ready. But after a week of physical punishment, his body was far from peak condition. As the minutes passed, oxygen deprivation took its toll. At 7 minutes and 8 seconds, Blaine began to convulse. His body couldn't take more. Safety divers rushed in and pulled him to the surface. He was unconscious and needed immediate medical attention. Blaine failed to break the record, ending the stunt in heartbreak. He was rushed to the hospital, suffering severe effects from his ordeal. Despite the outcome, his effort was extraordinary. The finale was a dramatic reminder of human limits. Sometimes even the strongest will can't overcome the body's breaking point. Blaine's drowned alive stunt is a lesson in human determination. He endured pain, exhaustion, and fear, refusing to quit even as his body failed. His story shows that our limits are often further than we think. Courage isn't the absence of fear, but acting despite it. Blaine's preparation, months of training and planning, was key to his survival. Success comes from hard work and dedication, not luck. Even though he failed to break the record, he didn't see it as defeat. Instead, he learned from the experience and tried again. 2 years later, he set a new world record, holding his breath for over 17 minutes. Blaine's journey teaches us resilience. Failure isn't final if you keep going. The true spirit of endurance is getting back up after setbacks. His example inspires us to face our own challenges with courage and preparation. With determination, we can push past what we thought was possible. That's the real magic behind Blaine's incredible feat.